What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate reverse rants, no hate. I was about to play this video for you guys of Frank Warren, which you guys probably have seen it already. And he's saying that Anthony Joshua doesn't deserve 40% against Tyson Fury. He was booed out of the building. I don't even need to play it. I'm going to sum this up real quick for you guys of what he's doing. Okay. He ends up talking about Tyson Fury fighting Alexander Usyk in Saudi. We've heard nothing from Usyk because we know that Usyk is about to fight Daniel Dubois. This is something that happens, and fighters and their management run their mouth and do this all the time. Okay? We know damn well, full damn well, Tyson Fury is the reason that the deal didn't happen in the first place. So Frank Warren is standing up here in this interview talking about how when they wanted to fight Usyk back in December, he wasn't ready and all. And you know what he doesn't bring up? These ridiculous demands that Tyson Fury was making and the reason why Usyk gave him the middle finger. Okay? Same crap he did with Anthony Joshua. But as time goes by, people feel like they can slip lies in and talk a bunch of nonsense. Now, what ends up happening, okay, he knows. Now, all the time that Usyk didn't have a fight lined up, and we already know why Usyk told him to go screw himself. We know this. This is no secret. But people do forget. So what he's doing is trying to, for those who probably fell asleep, woke up, what happened? Let me spew these lies out, okay? Because most people don't go dig back what you say and go, nah, I smell BS. That's not true. So what he's doing is sitting here. Now, let's not forget, okay? Dubois is also his fighter. So he's sitting here talking about, they have plans to fight Alexander Usyk and Saudi. He thinks it'd be a good test for him. Okay, first off, Usyk has to get past Dubois. 99.9% people think that Usyk is going to win against Dubois. The other 1% is Dubois. Okay, Dubois has a puncher's chance. And we also know that Dubois, he looked bad in the last fight that he had. Things happen. I'm not holding on to that. We just have to see what improvements Dubois come in the ring with. Because that Dubois in that last fight doesn't beat Usyk at all. Okay, what I'm going to say is this. If you want to tell stories and talk about what's going on, be honest. Just be honest. You want to know why he's talking about AJ doesn't deserve 40%? He and Fury already know they have no real intentions on fighting Anthony Joshua. They can talk all that nonsense they want. So now we're basing whether someone deserves a certain percentage or not based on cheers and boos. He got booed out of the building. He doesn't deserve. This dude just had one of the most spectacular knockouts of the year. Okay? So to try to camouflage it with but Wilder did it in one round, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Okay, well, put it to you like this. We seen Otto Wallin cut Fury and was embarrassing him, was winning the first half of the fight. You understand? So let's not sit here and play dumb like these things don't happen. Look at what Fury did since then, though. You understand what I mean? So let's not act like fighters, why didn't he go in there and steamroll through Otto Wallin? I forget the other meatball he fought, but and not to mention that all he's doing is entertaining, talking about fighting Francis Ngannou and guys that's not actual boxers. That's embarrassing. Why? This is not a retired fighter. This is a guy that's the WBC heavyweight champion in the world and has not had a mandatory since he's held that belt. So when we say he gets extreme favoritism and people, no, that's not true. Explain why he has no mandatory. And why he's sitting here just doing just whatever the hell he wants to do. Favoritism. And Mauricio Sulaiman, look at all these other WBC champions and other weight classes. Look at all these other guys that have mandatories. Fury has had none. You always hear Frank Warren talking about this is Fury on his own will fighting these guys. He's giving them a chance. And Come on, man. Nobody wanted to see him versus no damn Derek Chisora. Plain and simple. Nobody wanted to see that nonsense. And you know the one thing that I also noticed too, and before I even say that, these guys are business partners, okay? They talk, they conversate. He knows right now already ahead of time. Fury has no interest in fighting Anthony Joshua. Here's a guy, first off, they said the guy's coming off of 2 losses and we offer him 60-40. Okay, now he has 2 back-to-back wins and finally knock a guy out like everybody wanted to see him do. Care what round it came in. Now all of a sudden he's not worth 60-40. Why is he saying this? Because he know AJ is not going to take less than that. So basically, why negotiate with him? Not to mention, Fury's not next. It's Wilder. So if AJ gets past Wilder, we already lined this excuse up way ahead of time. He's not worth it. Well, you see how can you predetermine that? The man already has it. So what happens if he goes in there and he starches Deontay Wilder? And what if he does it, sooner than Fury did? And what if he does it without even getting knocked down himself like Fury did? Then what? So you see the point what I'm saying to you? For you to sit here and predetermine as a businessman, you're already talking about trying to make an excuse, give a reason for AJ to not want to fight. So if you're not going to give him 60-40, what do you think? 80-20? You must be out of your goddamn mind. AJ's not going to take that nonsense. Why would he? So at the end of the day, while your fighter is in here prepping to fight a Francis Ngannou or some other non-boxer, this man is in here fighting, trying to hone his skills, trying to stay, up in his square and keep going forward. So should he go in there and he fight against Deontay Wilder? Let's see if you talk the same nonsense then. So all of this talking about he doesn't deserve 60-40 because he got booed out of the building. Just like, well, first off, he's exaggerating because I watched the fight and all these boos, he got booed. No. At the end of the day, people talk about he got out the ring and ran. You see how people make lies up. AJ got out the ring. He went down the stairs. He went over there and was high-fiving people, was shaking people's hands. He came back into the ring. And he did the post-interview in the ring. But people, that's why he ran. He ran. These are just AJ haters that just want to take shots and make a problem out of everything. And I'll say this again before I close this video. If Anthony Joshua would have knocked Robert Helenius out in the first round, even quicker than Wilder did, as I said before, all you would have heard was Wilder already softened him up. He's not the same guy since he lost to Wilder. He just fought a Wilder leftover. No matter what AJ does, these haters are going to constantly, but this and but that and but that. It's funny how they called Charles Martin a bum. He's a nobody. Then all of a sudden, Charles Martin loses his last fight. Gets in the ring. I don't remember what the hell was going on, but he disappeared for so long. Then it was a rumor that he was fighting Wilder. Martin's he's an improved fighter. He's an improved fighter based on what? What did he do? So he's no longer a bum. When Dominic Brazil fought Wilder, somehow he's no longer a bum. Robert Helenius, who's never done nothing but been a contender, somehow, he's a worthy opponent. We know what it is. And I just wanted to bring this out and make this known. Frank Warren and Tyson Fury are business partners. They communicate, they talk. He's already made it known. They know he don't want any parts of Anthony Joshua. They can talk all this confident shit all they want. And at the end of the day, he's never showed any interest in fighting Anthony Joshua. So they can sit here and see people try to ride a wave. And right now, people are still doubting Anthony Joshua. They don't want to see him win. If Tyson Fury, just like after he fought, when who did he fight? Bottom line, he came off the loss. And all of a sudden, off the loss, and AJ had the meltdown in the ring. Then all of a sudden, he wants to fight him. He didn't think Anthony Joshua was going to take that fight. And that's all that was. AJ called his bluff. Now he want to just keep changing the rules, keep moving the goalposts. That's what he did. The same shit to Usyk. Go figure. But all of a sudden, he's all for and so much more vocal about fighting Francis Ngannou. So, we have to see what happens with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. If that fight actually happens, okay, which is supposed to be next, we see how things go then. And let's see what his story is afterwards. Now, after all this time, now Frank Warren wants to talk about even addressing Deontay Wilder, saying that give Wilder some credit. He didn't cheat. You're saying this, you're saying that, and whatever. Yeah, right. I know. Now you want to address things, be more vocal now about things where years ago when he was running his mouth about it, you was quiet. And, oh, it's ridiculous, but you got off it. You didn't entertain it. So even now, man, listen, water under the bridge. Who cares? He said he cheated. He got his ass whooped. That's what I say. Next. Right? No, you want to protect Tyson Fury's image as long as you can. Why? Because you know who Tyson Fury wants to fight and who he doesn't. You're his business partner. And you know basically he already made up his mind and told you what to say if you're asked certain questions. And whatever y'all talked about, you already know. You already know right now. He has no interest and never did in fighting Anthony Joshua. It's as simple as that. If he wanted that fight, just like he and Wilder said, it's easy when the best want to make the fight. The best is easy to make the fight. So if that's the case, okay, when he fought Wilder, was he talking about 80-20 or 60-40? No. All this 50-50 talk, right? And all of this cut it down the middle and yeah. Yeah. And that's why they refer to him as the second best heavyweight, as I said, because that's his rival. But at the end of the day, for you to sit here and predetermine a man doesn't deserve this and that because he got booed, stop it. Stop it. So if we're going to do this with every fight or just AJ, which first off, you're exaggerating and lying, okay? But at the end of the day, how many fighters get booed? So they don't deserve what they... So basically, if that's the case, we could say, well, even though you won the fight, you got booed. So because the fans wanted him to win, we're going to give him the win? Oh, we got to cut your pay because you got booed? Who cares about fans booing? Floyd Mayweather was getting booed the majority of his career, and he kept shutting people up and kept winning. It's as simple as that. So what, even to say what he said, it's like, you know what? So I don't even need to play the audio, but that's what came out of Frank Warren's mouth. Excuses. I'm putting it out here right now. The only way he's going to fight Anthony Joshua is if he's forced. And people really need to, really, Mauricio, when people are able to get a hold of Mauricio and get an interview, why is nobody asking him that? Mauricio, why is it that so many other WBC champions in different weight classes has had mandatories? Why is Tyson Fury the only one that's not having a mandatory? Why is he just holding on to the belt, holding it hostage, just doing whatever he wants, and not trying to get in the fight? No. Ask Mauricio, you know what he said. Tyson Fury is a victim of the circumstances because he wants to fight the guy. They don't want to fight him. Oh, so you're telling us it's Usyk's fault. Usyk is the one that don't want to fight. Usyk is the one making ridiculous demands to make Tyson Fury go, oh, no, I'm not accepting that. No. Is that what happened? AJ was the one making ridiculous demands. But it was so easy to make the Derek Chisora fight. And that shit came up like that. Just like that. Why is nobody asking him those questions? You look at the rankings all the time and look at what's going on and hear different fighters talk, but he's the only one that's not having mandatories. And that's a fact. So, anyway, don't expect anything to happen between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Okay? Unless Tyson Fury is actually forced. Otherwise, he's going to still come up with ridiculous demands. And basically, if Anthony Joshua was to beat and knock out Deontay Wilder in the first round, they're going to try to find a way to strip down his victory. He beat him once. Well, Tyson Fury beat him 3 times. Okay? And so he's still trying to play... No. Hell no. And who's that? Who has the better resume? Yeah. Okay? So if you want to go with little intangibles, we can sit here and pick things apart. Who was 2-time unified? Who was never unified? So we can sit here and play all these little stupid games. No, make the fucking fight. But first, he has to get past Wilder. That fight has to happen. And damn well Usyk, is fighting Dubois. So let's stop playing this nonsense talking about, Usyk and Saudi and all this nonsense. No. When they was trying to get you and Usyk and Saudi and Wilder versus AJ on the same card, your boy, Tyson Fury, is the reason the fight didn't happen. Stop with these lies, man. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.